You are someone who collects comic books. Can you please tell me, where do I begin?
So the fun thing about comics is that they kind of go in chunks. So there will be like the original Spider-Man, right? The Amazing Spider-Man. That went from like 1960 to however long. And then different writers, different artists and stuff like that will have their own version of the Spider-Man issue number one, whatever. I did that with Moon Knight. I never really knew about him until the past, probably 10 years. Like, really knew about him until the show came out. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to read some Moon Knight, see what it's all about. And I started reading the one that had come out pretty much right before the show came out. And it's fantastic and it's great. And I'm just going to keep reading that. That's where I started. That's where I'm going to keep reading. If I want to go back, I can always read some of the older comics and stuff like that because I have the Marvel Unlimited app. DC has another one. I just prefer Marvel. I have no beef with DC, but you said you were reading Wonder Woman comics. You could probably find all of the Wonder Woman comics on that. But getting into comics as like the beginning, let's say you do have the Marvel Unlimited app and you want to know where did Spider-Man come from, you can always start with like issue number one, The Amazing Spider-Man, or what was it, The Amazing Fantasy, I think, is like where his origin actually was. You can always go there, or you can just find a series that's issue number one, Spider-Man, issue number one, Amazing Spider-Man, or what have you, and just read that series. I did that with Moon Knight. I found an art style that I enjoyed, and I didn't know what the story was going to be, but it's actually really good. It's really dark, and it's super fun, and I just kind of continued with that. There's a whole series where Null, the king or god of the symbiotes, like Venom, he attacks Earth, but there's like a whole series of comic books that are connected with each other that finally get to King in Black. So it just kind of depends on where you want to go. Do you want to read this character's origin story from like literally where they started, or this writer's interpretation of where they started? So you can kind of just go wherever you want. So basically what you need to do is just pick your comic book, superhero, whatever, and just go to issue number one and then read it. Just whatever you want. And some things are connected. Maybe you do a little bit of research. Be like, okay, I like this art style, but this says issue number one. Is this an issue for like a character, or is this a story arc, or like what's going on here? So do a little bit of research when you find the title that you want to read, and then that's about it. I'm not like a big comic book collector. I have a few Deadpool, I have a Ghost Rider, I have quite a few Spider-Man because he's my boy. But that's about it. It's really easy. Just find a comic book character that you like, start with number one, and then just move on from there. Usually at the beginning and at the end of the books, they will tell you, hey, this is part of a series, or hey, this is you're at the beginning, and then by the time you finish that book, they'll be like, hey, check out this one because this is the next in the series. So I hope that helps.